anyway, congratulations on everything. And this movie, I mean, seriously, it is so freaking adorable. I just absolutely loved it. I
Thank you.
know, think back to an 8-year-old Zachary Levi, and what was your favorite stuffed animal?
Oh man, what was my favorite stuffed animal? I don't know that I was actually much of a stuffed animal kid. I mean, I'm sure I had some, but I'm literally trying to recall that right now in this moment, and I am drawing all of the blanks. I think, well, listen, Teddy Ruxpin, if Teddy counts, I mean, that was a pretty cool stuffed animal slash animatronic. Like
Yes.
that, I don't know if you guys had Teddy Ruxpin up in Canada,
Of course we did. Yeah, of
oh,
course we
okay,
did.
okay, yeah. So that was pretty cool.
All
What else? There's things called poppets. Remember, they were like these stuffed animals. You could like fold them into it themselves, and then you could pop them out. I don't know.
It's all good, but yeah.
Yeah.
But in this one, when you think about it, you're watching this film, and you have this young girl. She's 8 years old. She's so determined. She wants this teddy bear. Like she's going to all lengths to get it. And I just was wondering, when you think back when you were a kid, like was there anything that you had to have?
I mean, gosh, I had to have every new G.I. Joe, every new He-Man, every new Transformer, every new Thundercat, every new Voltron, every new video game.
Got it.
But I got very few of any of those things. And rightfully so, because well, A, we didn't have the money, but B, you shouldn't give a kid everything that they want because then you spoil them rotten. But I think my mom did a pretty good job of still getting me stuff, and I feel very blessed that I had a lot of fun toys to play with.
Oh, awesome. That's good to hear. With this one, you do such a you've done voiceover before. It's nothing new to you, but I was wondering, because we see you so much in front of the camera and really having a good time at pretty much everything that you do, Zach. But how do you love doing voiceover, like being behind the scenes and not have to like get dressed up and use your imagination? Is it more fun for you?
Well, it's not more fun in total, but it's different and therefore enjoyable in different ways.
Right.
That live action doesn't provide. Like you were saying, I mean, I don't have to get into hair and makeup, wardrobe. I don't have to, there's none of that involved. I can show up unshorn, unshowered even, and go into a VO booth and do my job. And you get this kind of interesting, unique challenge in bringing a character to life with just your voice.
Right.
As an actor, a live action actor, I have my whole body. I can gesticulate. I can show you emotion just by moving my face.
Exactly. Yeah.
But as an animated character, hopefully, fortunately, you have really talented animators. So they're doing all that puppeting of your facial movements so that you don't always have to say things or communicate with your voice. But in the moments when you are doing that, you are trying to bring even just, an extra little bit of character or color or emotion or whatever that is to really get that across, because there's a weird filter in that because it's something that's animated. And even more so sometimes when it's animated in a live action movie, because you're now juxtaposed against the live action actors who have all of those tools at their disposal. So there's that. But I would say with this, this was an interesting and unique experience outside of just regular voiceover, because I've done original voiceover. In original voiceover, you get to create it in the moment. You're not beholden to any other performance or timing or matching mouths or anything. And in this was the first time I've ever been a dubber. I was always the dubbee prior to that, and having other actors in other countries do my Spanish or French or Italian or German voices. And now I got to be the English on top of a Norwegian performance. And the original performance and performances are wonderful. It's a delightful film. And so I was honored that they wanted me to be, their American, dub, but also I loved the challenge of it all. I was like, oh, this is something I've actually never done before. I've never had to work in this particular kind of context. So it was a really fun and different challenge in and of its own self.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that because how did you kind of hook up with this company? This is a Norwegian film, as you said, and and it is all dubbed so that we can watch it here in North America, and it still translates beautifully. I mean, it's like I said, it's so heartwarming, it's lovely. But what kind of warmed your heart about it, and how did it get into your hands?
Well, I mean, it was an offer. It just came through my team, sent me an email and said, "Hey, we received an offer. It's for Teddy's Christmas. It's a film that's already been made. Here's the film. Here's the script. Here's the creative team behind it. Right. They are bringing it to North America, and they would love for you to step in to be the American English dub voice for that, for that version of the film." And
yeah.
I've spent a lot of time and been very blessed to spend a lot of time in the 4-quadrant family friendly, entertainment market. Yeah, and exactly. So I love that I get to make movies that bless young and old, male and female, and that I've got nephews, and I'm an honorary uncle to so many other, friends and other families' kids. And so it's really cool that I get to do movies like this because these kids grow up with these movies, and these families do. And particularly if it's a holiday movie, it kind of even has a even better chance of being something that people revisit, during this time of the year. So all of those things, I was like, yeah, cool, let's go do this. And again, the challenge of it, I thought that was really fun too.
Yeah. Do you do anything special to get into teddy bear mode?
I mean, well, from a voice perspective, it's basically me. So I didn't really have to do much altering there. Yeah. But I would say, that I found it really interesting and kind of funny and fun that from a character perspective, you see the name Teddy's Christmas and you see the poster and everything, and you just assume this is a Teddy, like, a Teddy like Winnie the Pooh, like there's nothing but just warmth and love and just wants to spend time with the kid. But no, he's this little, like, ego-driven, like, I'm not gonna go hang out with this girl. Are you crazy? She's got no money. What kind of a life am I gonna have with this little girl with no money? So there's a really fun, kind of little departure on that, which then ultimately lends itself to giving Teddy this really fun character arc. Absolutely. It wasn't so much preparing, but I didn't really need to do much to prepare for that on a regular basis, as much as just reminding myself, this is the guy, this is the character, right? Like, not just coming in and it's all just love. It's wonderful that Teddy comes to that conclusion and realizes, oh my gosh, I'm literally built for that, like to love, to cuddle, to like be this touchstone of warmth,
Yeah.
But it's fun to not start there. It's fun to start in that other place and have that journey, and
I agree.
Not just the mental emotional journey of our Teddy, but also just the physical adventure of everything that happens and the whole escape and trying to get out, like all of those things. Like, what a riot.
Yeah. And who can resist having a best friend as a hedgehog? Whatever, right?
I mean, why not? Who teaches you all about cuddling?
Exactly. You learn about cuddles. You really learn a lot here in this film, for sure. Okay, we only have a minute or so, and I have a couple of things. So I've been in love with you since Chuck. I mean, Chuck was seriously one of my absolute all-time favorite shows. We couldn't get enough in our household, and so when it was canceled, I cried. I was so upset. I remember I was interviewing Yvonne Strahovski here in Toronto, and I burst into tears in the interview. She thought I was a lunatic. So I have to know, because, and I think it's funny too that you shot Shazam here. She does Handmaid's Tale here. How much do you keep in touch with the cast, and are you ever going to have a reunion?
Well, I try to keep in touch with the cast as best I can. I could be a lot better. So could we all can. I know we all can. I'm just being a little self-deprecating. But I'm in LA now. Yeah. My intention is to see as many of them as I can while I'm here. I just saw Sarah Lancaster last time I was in Nashville. She lives out there now, but we had a great catch up. I'm going to go try and see Josh, Ryan, Yvonne, and Adam if I can wrangle them, because I'm, around the holidays. Hopefully people are in town and you can find them.
Right. Yeah.
But we have a chat thread that we all kind of pop onto every once in a while, and send a funny meme or a thing. But listen, I have two big goals within this next year. One is to do a proper Chuck rewatch podcast, and
Yes.
wrangle my boy Josh Gomez. So it's Chuck and Morgan kind of doing their Mystery Science Theater 3000 version of a Chuck rewatch. And having fun guests come on, be it our main cast, but also fun guest stars that were in all of those things as well.
100%.
But the big dream, and has been before we even stopped shooting the film, by the way, or the series, which was in 2012. Like, so in 2010, I was already kind of saying like, hey, wouldn't it be cool to do a movie, a Chuck movie, or like take this to the internet? Like, we can bring the show to the internet and do it there.
Yeah.
So I want to do a Chuck movie. I've been wanting to do it for decades. And I hope that I'll be able to do a few things, be it the Rewatch podcast and also launching like an official website. I know that there's been a petition that's gone around the internet for a while, and I super appreciate those folks who did that. But I think I need to start what will be an official petition for a Chuck movie, and that I can bring to the powers that be to allow me to go and do that. And those are my two goals. I don't know that we'll be able to shoot that movie next year, but at least to get it off the ground. That's my goal.
That's all I asked for. I see. I asked for a short answer, and look what you gave me. You gave me my Christmas gift, so I really appreciate that so much. It is always truly a pleasure to talk to you, my friend, and happy holidays to you. And I'm just, on a personal note, I listened to your book on one of my walks, and I'm just so happy that you're doing so well and that you've turned your life around. And honestly, we just love you here in Toronto. So please come back anytime. You're.
I love you too. I love you too. Thank you. That really means a lot to me, Bonnie. Please give my love to everybody up in T-Dot.
We
in
will.
the 6.
And
hopefully we'll be up there soon. Stay warm. I know you guys must be freezing already.
It's starting. I had to put the heat on today. That was bad. That was bad. Take care, Zach.
Happy holidays.
Thank you. Best of luck with the film and everything else.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Okay. Bye.